What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcast for the next episode of our long, dark playthrough of the, I guess, Hopeless Rescue Challenge. I almost said Nomad, but I was like, I don't think I would do Nomad on the channel, just because Nomad takes a while, and I'm just like, eh. Nomad is one of those things where you get a badge for standing around in various locations for a long amount of time. It's one of the few challenges that I actually don't really feel like doing. Fluffy's over here somewhere, and Fluffy needs to get blapped. Although Fluffy's going to die very, very shortly, and it's not going to matter. Here, sit that down. It's weird how you get more light from it. Oh, I am the Fluffy Hunter. Where's you at, you little fluffy bastard? Oh, I'm gonna shoot you. There he is. Fortunately, I can't get enough light to blap the damn thing. Here, let me get the high ground. Aw, shit. Twice? I squeezed the trigger. It didn't fire. I'm not even shitting you right now. I fired twice. And now it's dead. It fought to the death. Fluffy, you're a real piece of work. You know that? This is why everybody hates you that plays this game. Ain't nobody ever said, oh, I got bit in the vagina. That sucks. Normally, I would go out of my way to protect that part of myself. I don't have one, but I'd like to think that if I did, I would protect it better than our character has. How are you going to get bit in the vagina by a wolf? Like, we're not even one day into this adventure, and, like, the one part of you that you probably should protect has been bitten by a wolf. Through your clothing and everything. Like, we've got super thick clothing. I didn't expect him to attack me twice. That was a little weird. Normally, Fluffy attacks once, and then Fluffy bleeds out slowly, because Fluffy's a bastard like that. I will how many? We got 2 hours of daylight left? I'll probably just stay awake and tear up some clothes and fix some things, because we're not going to be able to sleep through the night anyways. Like, you got to sleep for 10 hours. Actually, we're going to be stuck in here, though, for a while. It'll probably be okay. Let me go take a look over on this side.
Right here. I thought I'd ever wake up.
Oh, you'll wake up again. Don't have a hissy fit. It'll be fine. Everybody's good. We got firewood. We've got a sleeping bag. It's going to be good. You know what I learned this week? I learned this week that I can't sleep on my couch anymore. You might be saying to yourself, Splattercat, why can't you sleep on your couch anymore? Makes my back hurt, man. Makes my back hurt. I've officially reached the age in my life where certain things make my back hurt. And it's just like it hurts for the rest of the day, and you're just like, why did I do this to myself? Why? Why? Like, why? In like a Nancy Kerrigan way. Tried to sleep on my couch last night. It did not work out well. I laid there for like an hour and a half, and I was like, oh my god, I am so uncomfortable right now. Because my couch, it's at an angle, and so you kind of roll towards the back of the couch, and you always end up like dug into the corner of the couch like a little nook. Dude, it is a pain. It is not a good thing. Here, let's turn this off real quick. We're going to start a fire over here. Can't start a fire. Can't start a fire without a pot. These guns are for hire. Alright, so we got that right there. 100% chance of success. Sounds good to me. Set this beezy on fire. We will throw some fur firewood in there. Some reclaimed firewood in there. We will get rid of all of that shit. And then all we need to do is melt 5 liters of snow. And after getting rid of 5 liters of snow, we will have 5 liters of boiled off water. Actually, technically, I could purify it with our tablets. We might as well do that. This entire fire thing was kind of pointless in the end. Kind of irrelevant. Why did it take me 5 hours to purify water with pills? Don't you just put it in there and shake it around a little bit? See, what we really need to get is we need to get one of do the Dusty Pinnacle peaches. Cook those things on up. I'm going to try and get a heat bonus for right now. I don't really like peaches hot. Eating peaches hot seems kind of weird to me. But then I start thinking about like cobbler and like Betty's and shit. And that seems okay. And the peaches and those are hot. So like, why not, I guess? I don't know. Let's eat the peaches. That'll help out with our thirstiness and some of the other stuff going on. We will also get moving on that, and then as soon as that is done, we're going to want to take a long, long nap. So let me go to my campcraft menu. We'll lay that down right there, and we are going to sleep for 10 hours. Calories burned, 750, just sleeping. And we're going to be svelte by the end of this. We're going to be yoked. Normally I try to sleep through the beginner parts of the day just because why not? Oh yeah, look at that. We're not fully rested yet either. All right. Yeah, drink the rest of the sodas. Basically, I'm going to drink everything on me that has weight for right now, just so we can constantly keep our backpack ticking downwards. There you go. It's that simple. It's that simple. Don't need all of those. That weight does add up. Sleep for another 3 hours so that we have a full energy meter before we go back out. Time is of the essence, but I think we should be able to make it to Timberwolf Mountain today if we hustle. So I will pick that up. We are wide awake right now, actually. There's not really much else to worry about. So what we want to do now is we have about 6 days and 50 minutes to get this done. Not too difficult, all things considered. I think that's an easy time constraint. I don't think we'll struggle with it too much. Where is... I'm going to drop the other knife, too. It's just extra weight that we're carrying around with us. I would also strongly consider dropping the fluid for our lanterns. Like, I would refuel it right now. But it's too heavy. It's just way too much to carry around with us. Like, we're over our weight right now, and I don't feel like contending with that. Anything else? We can get rid of the painkillers. Yeah, drop all. We can get rid of the flares because we don't need them anymore because we have a gun, and that's like a better version of a flare that kills things that we would normally have to like shout and wave our hands at. Everything else, pry bar is good. Actually, everything on us right now is pretty much vital. I'm going to drop the rest of the purification tablets because screw it. But other than that, not a whole lot of other things we can drop. Not a whole lot of other things we can drop. So I'm going to avoid sprinting for right now. Off we go to Timberwolf Mountain. Not going to get the gun out. I'm going to get the lantern out. There we go. Now that I've got the lantern out, we will move ahead forward. By the time we get out of here, we'll probably have used up that entire liter of fuel, but I always forget about this guy right here. Every time. I walk past him every single time I come through here. I don't know how I'm doing on Band-Aids, so I'm going to bring some Band-Aids with me. Like, I think I've used up a bunch of bandages just from fighting Fluffy. Our deadly battle against the Lupine Menace. Anything inside this locker? Nope.
I'll take it.
Don't want those. Not at all. Probably just leave that alone. Go through some of the shelving. Make sure we got everything we can get from here because, honestly, we probably have enough food to last us the rest of the... Ooh, coffee. Yeah, that's good. Coffee will be helpful because I'm going to brew that up the next time we sleep so that whenever our energy gets low, we can just throw down on a whole bunch of coffee. Don't need any of that.
This stuff will come.
Don't need that at all. That is not even remotely interesting to me. Console, how you doing here today? Yeah, ever since the PC wars took off, you've been a little bit bummed out. I understand. It's hard to be inferior in every way compared to something. Well, the only way that it's better is if, like, you can chill on your couch. I like my consoles for, like, sitting on my couch doing jack shit nothing and just, like, relaxing. Like, spread out hella far and just be like, yeah. And I guess I could hook my computer up to my TV if I wanted to do that too. But I'm lazy, and it's back in my work area. It's healthy. In life, you should always have your work area away from your living area, especially if you work from home. Cured leather? Yeah, sure. What disease did it have? Hopefully nothing too infectious. Fire striker I don't want. Cardboard matches I don't want. Decent jeans. I'll take them because I think I've got a bad pair of jeans on me right now. That's a weird thing to have like on a metal rack next to a workbench area though. Free torch. That might be helpful. Assuming that we ever run out of... Well, if we get into a blizzard, the torch will be helpful by keeping us warm. But if we ever run out of lantern, it'll become even more useful. We have a wool scarf there. Don't care about that. Nothing down and underneath the stairs, so we'll keep on checking. Up the stairs we go, working on that booty. Making sure that we get our thighs all toned up, going up and down the stairs. Up and down the stairs. It's like the biggest light socket I've ever seen in my life. The size of that damn thing. That's like a light socket. It's like the size of a foot. Thing is huge. Alright, so a bunch of scrap in here. Probably some locked lockers. Well, there you go. Lantern fuel, 0.11 liters. Break this bad boy open and see if there's like a premium coat in there or anything. A decent military coat. A new ski jacket. A worn, old-fashioned parka. All of that actually sounds pretty good. So for the decent military coat, we can double up on that and we can layer it. The new ski jacket would be lighter. I'm going to go for what's lighter here. We've got a decent coat. I'll wear that one so that I can drop the other one. The worn old-fashioned parka is not going to help us out, so it's got to go. This is definitely, like, if you've never played this before, this challenge is definitely a tad more... It's a tad more rooty, I guess. I don't even know what to call it. Scavenger-y? I don't know. Transient? Nomadic, I guess, would be a better term for it. But, like, you're not really going to pick up and stockpile a lot of stuff in this mode. There's no point. The point of this is to beat it as fast as possible, Giggity. And if you can make that happen, you know, ragged work gloves, trail boots, no. Coat, no. Why are there so many, is this a military installation? Why are there so many military coats out here? A cotton toque I definitely don't want. Never wear anything cotton in cold weather is a terrible plan. Decent ski boots with high-tech synthetic insulation. Your feet will be very warm at the expense. I mean, they look like Mega Man boots to me, so I'm going to take them. Dude, I remember the first time I got there in Mega Man. That shit was so legit. No lie. The first time I got to Wily's Castle and that music started playing and you were like, oh! 9-year-old me was so hyped. So hyped. Like beyond hyped. A couple Summit sodas in there that'll keep us going. Some extra cloth to repair things with. Other than that, there's probably not going to be a whole lot more that we want to look into. Nope. Nothing there.
Looks like this has been here.
Summit soda. Okay. Another accelerant might be helpful if we find ourselves in a desperate situation. It's never a bad idea to pick up a bunch of... Oh, brand new trail boots. Are those better than what we have? Because we have ragged insulated boots, so I'm a little curious. Yeah, I was going to say, I'll probably drop those. And drop those just to get the weight away. And that'll get our sprint meter filled back up. Yeah, our sprint meter's a little bit longer now. Good. Alright, so let's avoid sprinting as much as possible. We've actually saved quite a bit of energy today. We will just stay trucking. Now what we want to do is we want to go back. We want to get ourselves locked in to... We want to go out of the zone into like the little backwoods area. And we want to find our way to Pleasant Valley. If we can make it to Pleasant Valley, then we want to make it to the radio station. After the radio station, we want to go to the cliffs. That'll get us to Timberwolf Mountain. And from there, we should be able to climb our way up to the summit and get it banged out. That'll leave us with maybe 3 days left to get back to Desolation Point. We'll go back up to the top of the tower. We will fire off the flare, and that will be a successful challenge. However, there are bears out there, there are wolves, there are all kinds of random things that can go wrong, so let's not get ahead of ourselves and assume that we've won already just because we're making really, really good time. Instead, we want to keep our nose to the grindstone and make sure that we're being very, very careful as we go through all of this. I am going to drink some more sodas because I have way too many of them. And we are like so close to our weight limit that if I can just knock out some of this stuff, we'll be in much better shape. Yeah, eat the crackers. It's 600 calories, so that'll get those meters filled up, so we ain't going to worry about it. I probably could have done a large majority of this entire adventure just off of... Sorry, we got to go out this door right here. Here we go. Let's see how bad it is. -8. It's not too bad. Could have been worse. Let's get that locked away. Get the gun out because we may have to shoot somebody. And by somebody, I mean raggedy-ass wolves that are trying to get me in trouble. Looks like we're going to be walking into the wind for the next little bit, so that'll add a fun little modifier to our adventure. There are 9 hours of daylight left. Not too bad. Too bad. It looks like a storm's actually coming in. Did I pick up my bedroll? I was going to say I should have picked up my bedroll. I don't know if I did, though. We're probably going to want to get up against a wall here. Just to kind of give us a bit of a wind buffer. It looks like it's not really helping. But once we get into like the harder part of the map, we should be in much better shape. Like being able to hide behind stuff like this. will probably help out, although it's not helping out now. Weirdly enough, the wind just appears to battering down on me like I'm a delicious scramp. Like I'm a delicious, lovely, succulent scramp. Nothing that way. Nothing super interesting out this way. Probably keep the sprinting to a minimum. Oh, we had a wind buffer for just a minute. That would have been nice. Well, never mind. What are you gonna do? Ah, that's good. Right there, so we can keep ourselves on some kind of path. We're gonna lose it when we come around here, though, I think. Yeah, there it goes. So what we'll want to do is we'll want to move kind of cat-a-corner to this whole thing. Make sure we're staying next to walls. Make sure we're staying sheltered. Now then, I always get lost in this zone, so this might get a little bit raggedy. This might get a little bit nappy and messed up, but I think I can do it. We don't want to go up that way. Instead, we want to follow this down until it dead ends. And then once it dead ends... Oh, good. That's keeping my temperature down, too. I'm hoping we can make it to at least the farmhouse in Pleasant Valley during our day 5. If we can make it that far without gassing out, I'll say that we had a pretty solid day. We also got to keep our weight low because we've got to climb a bunch of ropes. And I've learned that lesson the hard way by having too much weight on you when you're trying to climb ropes. You got like too good of clothing on you. Doesn't work out super great. Bunnies don't seem to care about this. It's just a happy, wonderful bunny playland right now. They have nothing negative to say about the situation. Now this should be our stop, I think. Maybe. Might have taken a wrong turn. Nah, I didn't take a wrong turn. I think this is the right way. It'll take us to a cave, basically. The cave we will go through. The cave will take us to Pleasant Valley. And so some of these challenges are actually really, really good if you're trying to learn to navigate the game and you're trying to figure out where you're going. This does not seem familiar to me. I think I might be doing wrong here. But screw it and down the hill we go, I guess. Not a lot of wood out here. It might be wise to maybe start gathering up some little things to make this easier on us in the case that we get stuck out in the cold. Doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen sometimes. And having like 8 hours worth of wood can like really... Once again, consult your doctor if you struggle with priapism. But anyways, 8 hours of wood can get you through a gnarly night and make things a lot simpler if you really, really need it to. Cave should be around here somewhere, I think. I don't know. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. That is precisely what I was looking for. There's no reason to really be running around looking at anything else. Wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, sure. Grab some cattails. Cattail stock. Cattail head. Calories is calories. Cool. Keep this thing hunter-gatherer style. We've got about 15 rounds. Not too slouchy. Not too slouchy, unlike my beanie, which is very, very slouchy. Like, absurdly slouchy, to the point where I get mad at it sometimes. I'm like, why are you so slouchy, though? Your posture terrible, boy. Let's use the torch while we're in here. Why not? And there we go. We will use the torch for right now. That will also keep us warm and help us refill our warmth meter while we're walking around inside of the cave. There is a plan here. It bums me out that I can't see the gloves on my character's hands. You see that? I don't know. Kind of bugs me a little bit, right? Because I'm wearing gloves, so they should be on my character, correct? I don't know why it bugs me. It's just because stuff like that bugs me. This is not a very bright torch. This torch is doing like a failure of a job right now. How scary must caves have been like this back in like medieval times? Like back in classic times when you went into a cave like you legitimately thought there were like monsters and shit in there? Because they believed in that kind of stuff back then. People went into the caves and never came out because they were stupid and got lost. People just thought monsters and cyclopses and shit ate them. Like, yeah, don't go in there, buddy. The Cyclops will get you. God, how terrifying of a world must it have been for children back then? This must have been the most terrifying shit ever. My dad says there's Cyclopses. There are, little Timmy. There are. Yay, pork and beans. Pinnacle peaches. Nothing on that dead-ass dude, though. Oh, well. We don't want to go that way. The way that we want to go is up this little slope right here. Although sometimes there might be some wood or something over here if you're really, really kind and polite. Yep, there it is right there. A little bit of cedar firewood. So it's worth checking. The old exit used to be right there, and that used to take you to like Desolation Point or something like that. And then they closed it off, and they added this ramp over here, which takes you out to Pleasant Valley, which is actually our current target. If we can make it out to Pleasant Valley right now, I'd be really, really, really happy with our progress. Trying to see how much I have left on my torch. Nothing inside of there. We are going to have to stop off and eat and drink very, very soon, but it shouldn't be too soon. We've actually managed to keep our health pretty solid this whole time. Things are looking good as far as our personal constitution. Managed to find the food that we need to get the stuff done that we need to do. And then I think right over here is where it should transition. Like we go up here, there's going to be like some light or something like that. And then we will be in Pleasant Valley. Pleasant Valley. Pleasant Valley. There it is. Pleasant Valley. Our warmth meter is fully up. What we want to do now is shoot for a... Ooh. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Okay. Let's go back inside. We don't really want to tempt fate here. We'll go back inside the cave. We'll catch a couple hours of rest. We've got a couple hours of daylight left, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. So camp craft. We'll drop that right there. Temperature's fine. Give me 2 hours of sleep. We're going to wait for this storm to go away. It may not. That's the other thing to consider, is that sometimes storms just stay. But we are eating up quite a bit of time right now just resting and doing jack shit nothing, so... There we go. Not quite as bad. We should have some time left. We'll see what we can do here. Much better. Much, much better. Good. We'll make for a farmhouse here. Be careful with your descent on this side. You can snap your ankles pretty easily. Try to go down like that. And then just realize once you go down this way, there ain't no going back, so... Don't bother. I mean, I guess you can if you want. Got 3 hours of daylight left. Well, shoot, we got a lot of energy left, so we might as well sprint our way through this. We're going to need to sleep tonight either way, so we might as well burn through our energy trying to make it as far as we can. It is now, day 5. Making okay time, but we're going to be cutting it a little close. Probably going to be cutting it a little close. Let me take just a moment. I'm going to drink the rest of these sodas. A little something to take the weight off our back. And then we keep moving. You're going to want to go roughly in this direction over here, I think. I know I follow up a lot of my sentences with, I think, but Pleasant Valley is not one of my stronger zones. It's not a zone that I'm good at. And so, I don't get out here very often. Because of that, my chances of getting lost are definitely a tad higher. It's possible that I'll have some trouble finding my way around. But really what we want to do is we want to make it out here. We go to the farmhouse. From the farmhouse, we go to the radio tower. From the radio tower, we climb up a rope that's along the edge of the mountains out there or something like that. And from there, we should be in really good shape. But we're out of time for the day. My name is Splattercat. This is The Long Dark. We are playing the Hopeless Rescue Challenge. which doesn't seem that hopeless to me. I think we're doing a good job. And if we can make it up out of here, we'll have earned ourselves another badge. And in the meantime, we're working on some of the achievements and perks and things that you can get too. So that's also good. Hi to everybody, and I'll see you next time.